Bonjour, I'm Sumo from FrenchArena. How do you say a, an, and some in French? Let's talk about it. On commence. Salut encore. If today is your first time of being here, welcome. Please do not forget to subscribe, and if you like any part of this video whilst watching it, please give it a thumbs up. In today's lesson, we are going to take a look at the French indefinite articles and understand better how to say a, an, and some in French. If you're yet to watch the video on the French definite articles, please click this link above and you can watch it to get a better understanding of the French definite articles and then the French indefinite articles. I realize that some people make mistakes sometimes, but do not worry. In today's lesson, I'm going to teach you all about the French indefinite articles. There are two rules I need you to always remember. The first rule, the indefinite article must agree with the gender and the number of the noun they precede. And the second rule, these articles can be omitted in the English language but never in the French language. So you must always use the indefinite article in the French language. Now, the singular indefinite articles in French correspond to a, an, or one, whilst the plural corresponds to some. The masculine form is un, and this precedes the masculine nouns. For example, un livre, un garçon, un sac. Une precedes the feminine nouns. For example, une maison, une fille, une femme. Des precedes the plural form, whether it's masculine or feminine. So for example, des bananes, des bananes. In order to ensure that you understand the French indefinite articles perfectly, we're going to look at a quiz after this lesson, so please do not forget to stay and practice. Now we're going to take a look at the meaning and the usage of the French indefinite articles. The indefinite article usually refers to an unspecified person or thing. So for example, j'ai trouvé un livre. J'ai trouvé un livre, which means I found a book. You see that it's unspecified. It didn't say the person found the book, a particular book. You just found a book. Perhaps found a book on the floor or a book on the chair. I found a book. Another example, il veut une pomme. Il veut une pomme. And this means he wants an apple. So you see that the apple is unspecified. It didn't categorically tell us he wants a green apple, he wants a red apple, he wants a rotten apple. He just says he wants an apple. Indefinite article can also refer to just one of something. So for example, donnez-moi un café s'il vous plaît, which means give me a coffee please. So just one glass of coffee. Donnez-moi un café. Another example, il y a un étudiant dans la salle, which is there's one student in the room. So they didn't tell you there are multiple students, there are 10 girls or anything. It just specifically says there is one student in the room. Now, this is where it gets fun, where you get an exception. When referring to someone's religion or someone's profession in the French language, you do not use an indefinite article. However, in English, we use an indefinite article. For example, in English, if I wish to say I am a teacher, I would say je suis professeur. Je suis professeur. So you see, I didn't necessarily say je suis un or je suis une. I just said je suis professeur. But in English, I would say I am a teacher, not I am teacher. Another example, he is going to be a doctor. I would say il va être médecin. Il va être médecin. Do you see? So I didn't necessarily say il va être un médecin. There's nothing like that. But in English, we would say he's going to be a doctor, not he's going to be doctor. Now, as I said earlier, the plural indefinite articles for some is des. Des. For example, j'ai acheté des pommes. J'ai acheté des pommes. I bought some apples. Another example, veux-tu acheter des livres? Do you want to buy some books? You see, these are some instances in which we use the plural indefinite article des. Now, in certain constructions, the indefinite article reverts to de or de with an apostrophe. Don't worry, I'll show you some sentences so you can understand better. There's a special rule that applies to the indefinite article. When there's a negation, you change it to de or de apostrophe depending on the sentence. That is, un, une, and des become de in the negative. For example, if someone were to ask, est-ce que tu as un chien? Non, je n'ai pas de chien. Do you see that it has changed to de? I didn't use une, I didn't use un, I didn't use des. I just said, non, je n'ai pas de chien. That is, the un becomes de and translates to any. So do you have a dog? No, I do not have a dog, or no, I do not have any dog. Another example, est-ce que tu as une voiture? Non, je n'ai pas de voiture. Do you see? So I ask, est-ce que tu as une voiture? Non, je n'ai pas de voiture. And in English, this is, do you have a car? No, I do not have a car. No, I do not have any car. And the same applies to the plural nouns. For example, est-ce que tu as des pommes? Non, je n'ai pas de pommes. Je n'ai pas de pommes. You see, I didn't say je n'ai pas des pommes. I said non, je n'ai pas de pommes. Which in English is, do you have some apples? No, I don't have any apples. Lastly, the de becomes the apostrophe before a noun starting with a vowel. For example, est-ce que tu as des amants? Non, je n'ai pas d'amants. Est-ce que tu as des amants? Non, je n'ai pas d'amants. So you see, I didn't say je n'ai pas des amandes. It just became je n'ai pas d'amande. Why? Because it's a vowel. So you put D apostrophe. It also becomes de or do apostrophe after expressions of quantity. So for example, j'ai vu beaucoup de chats. J'ai vu beaucoup de chats, which is I saw a lot of cats. So you see, it's expressing the quantity, and you'd have to use de. You wouldn't use un, you wouldn't use une, you wouldn't use des. You would use de. For example, il a très peu d'idées. Il a très peu d'idées, which means he has very few ideas. Do you notice that the D has been contracted to its D apostrophe idée? And why? Perfect, because I is a vowel. How easy have you found the French indefinite articles? Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it so far. Now, the most interesting part, we're going to do a quick quiz. I'm going to ask you 5 questions on the indefinite articles. You are going to tell me if it's un, une, or des. In the comment section below, once you're done with the quiz, tell me what you got. Did you get everything? Did you get 1? Did you get 2? Or how many exactly you got? Let's start with a quiz. Number 1, j'ai chien dans le jardin. Is it un? Is it une? Or is it des? Perfect. It is j'ai un chien dans le jardin. Why? Because it's a masculine noun. That's why you use un. You wouldn't use une, you wouldn't use des, because it's strictly masculine. Let's take a look at number 2. Number 2, j'ai trouvé nouvelle recette de cuisine. Is it un? Is it une? Is it des? Yay! It's une. J'ai trouvé une nouvelle recette de cuisine. Let's take a look at number 3. Number 3, elle a chat. Is it des? Is it un? Is it une? Hey, if you chose un, you're correct. Elle a un chat. Let's take a look at number 4. Number 4, il mange une banane. Is it des? Is it une? Is it un? Is des. Il mange une des bananes. I know this might be a bit tricky because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I have 2 articles in it, but you get it. Il mange une des bananes. Let's take a look at number 5. Number 5, il y a un fourmi. Is it une? Is it un? Is it des? It is des. Il y a un des fourmis. Il y a un des fourmis. Perfect. How did you do? Do not forget to tell me in the comment section below how many you got. Thank you so much for watching today's wonderful lesson on the French indefinite articles. I hope I have been able to explain it to you much easier, and you can continuously practice to ensure you remember everything you have learned today. If you loved today's lesson, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with anyone else who would want to enjoy or learn more about the French indefinite articles. If you're yet to watch the French definite articles, please click this link above or check out the link in the description box below. Until I see you in the next video, bonne journée!